Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for October 2019 using my Kabbalistic tarot cards. And I'll give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. Send me an email if you wish to discuss with me a 90-minute session, a personal reading. Now, I'm going to pull this card, and this has got to do with your first 15 days of October. And I'm going to tackle your job areas first for you coming from Leo. And it's a very, very negative card. It says for some reason you'll have to be facing a disappointment and feel very let down and even feel treachery or being played out in the first 15 days of October where job is concerned. And if you try to even apply elsewhere, it's all going to be in the air with nothing very concrete happening. So make sure that in the first 15 days of October, you work very hard and show your bosses and your superiors that you are worthwhile having, and they might even give you something better. Now, about your business areas in the first 15 days. And it's a card that says, if you tend to compete with the opposition or the competition, you will lose. And so, better to stay on and consolidate what you already have as a business person rather than to being adventurous and going to fight for new contracts or for new possibilities because you're going to lose out. As simple as that. And now, what about romance? Romance in the first 15 days. In the first 15 days. Well, it's a pretty good card. It says that if you do find a new romance, it's going to be a very stable one. But the chances of getting yourself in the right position would not have or be totally committed to you. That would be the problem. And if you feel that is worthwhile hanging on, then hang on and wait for things to develop slowly. What if you have an ongoing romance already now? Let's see what the card says. Well, it's a card that's called the universe, which is basically a good card because help does come first from the universe. So if you have an ongoing romance, tell yourself that the possibility of improvement in this last or in this first 15 days of October, the improvement can be coming very steadily for you, and you can become luckier with the ongoing romance that you have. So give it a chance, be a bit patient. Now about your marriage, in case that you are married. So let's see what this card says about your marriage. Reach out and talk about whatever problems you have. Don't hide them. Don't try to settle them yourself because companionship is necessary with this card. So whatever is the problem you may have with your marriage is all very soluble and you will find solutions coming for you. You have to be a person who is just going to be flexible and negotiable as well. And things will work out for you beautifully. Now we will talk about the last 16 days of October. And I will talk to you about your job area first, you coming from Leo. All right, the last 16 days of October for you where job is concerned is not very promising. And if you're looking for more money, it's very far away. And if you're looking for some kind of support to be promoted, it's also very far away. So this card represents delays and frustration. So tell yourself to play the waiting game in the last 16 days rather than being aggressively pursuing anything you want to improve your job because it's not going to happen. Business and finances. So let's see what the card says about that now. It's a pretty good card. It says the chances of you getting an interest from somebody to put money into your company is good. But you will have to definitely show that you are going to be very flexible with this person because this newcomer may be demanding and may be wanting control too passionately. So make it clear that you will wish to be also an important ingredient of whatever in the area of business that you want to expand. So chances of a new partnership are there. But if you're trying to make money on your own, it will be slow, it says. So you do need help basically. But it's not a card of losses. It's a card of basically expecting you to be patient. That's all. Now, what about romance? And let's talk of the possibility of a new romance. And let's see what happens with that for you coming from Leo. From Leo, that's right. Now, this is a card that says, treat a new romance partnership in the last 16 days of October not too seriously, for the time being at least. Tell yourself it is not skin deep enough, and there is a good time element about it. So if you like this person very much that you're found in a new companionship or a new lover or a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend, go out and have a good time and let things develop slowly, because right now in the last 15 days of October, nothing very much deep is entering into any side of a romance possibility. And what if you have an ongoing romance? This is a much better card. This card advises you not to be aggressive in your approach and you'll get what you want. Then don't be too dominating either. So be flexible, be appreciative, be negotiable. And this card says your ongoing romance you already have will improve quite dramatically. So you need some work to be done there. And then what about if you are married? And if you are married in the last 16 days of October, what might happen to your marriage if you coming from Leo? Well, it's not the best of cards. It says there are many issues and many levels to improve and many difficulties to overcome. And then you will be able to do that. Well, it's you listening to me. So make the attempt to negotiate and be flexible and be negotiable. And you will see that you will get a lot done to improve your marriage in the last 16 days. Otherwise, this card can show us two people becoming very unfamiliar with each other, not recognizing each other's needs, and the distancing will start, which is not very good. Now, what about your lucky ages? There'll be some people in the month of October who will be very lucky in some area of their life or another. And who could these people be, or what ages? Let me see. Well, from this card, I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 19 or 28 or 37 or 46 or 55 or 64 or 73, you're going to be one very, very lucky person, whether in job, in business or finances, whether in romance or marriage or finding a romance that you want. So go all out in the whole month of October and go get what you want in whichever area you want, and the possibility is very strong if you're these ages. And if you're not of these ages, then you should come to see me for a 90-minute session, which I'll talk to you a bit later. Now about your lucky dates, DATES. Wow, this is a very powerful card. And it's a card that says the element of growth in every possibility is very strong. And so the dates, the lucky dates for you for the month of October would be the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th. 3rd, 12th, 21st, and 30th. And the elements of making more money in job or business or even in financial speculation on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th. And finding happiness or negotiating for a better position in love areas, also the 3rd, 12th, the 21st, and the 30th. Bookmark them and use them to your benefit. Now about lucky colors. And let's see what the lucky colors might be for you. And the lucky color would be the moon that has turned gray for you. So wear plenty of gray color and you'll be very lucky in this whole month of October, whether for the job, the business, the finances, whether the romance, the marriage, whether for anything. Wear gray as much as you can and you'll be lucky. Now, what about direction energy? Let's see what the card says about direction energy. Okay. For you coming from Leo, I would choose the direction of southeast based on this card. So if you face southeast to be inspired in any area of your life, job or business, romance or marriage or any area, you will be much luckier and be inspired. and you will come up with fascinating new ideas and ways of doing things that prove you to be very successful. Well, I have this 90-minute session which I will use based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And in this 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. I'll give you your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions, all this information from the universe. And I'll give you your lucky opportunities that are going to come for you. And I'll show you how to get your lucky personal lottery numbers and to get into that supernatural side of you to be better than the rest in everything that you do. And all that will cost you USD $50. So send me that email, AndyHoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, I wish you a best of luck, and I hope you get everything you want in the month of October. Thank you and goodbye.